Good. I'm delighted as a member of the Rural Independent Group to be involved in this motion here this morning, and I want to thank the hard-working staff in our offices, Maureen McGrath and Breen O'Donnell, for all of the great work that they've done with this motion. I'll begin by saying that I'm very aware of flooding issues in the constituency I come from, Laois Offaly. We have the River Shannon, which affects flooding, causes flooding issues in areas like Banagher, Lusma, Shannon Bridge, Shannon Harbour, Clonmacnoise and other surrounding areas. While in Riverstown and Bor, we have the River Brosna, which also causes flooding. But I also want to mention in County Laois, the River Owenas also has caused much destruction in the town of Mountmellick in recent times. Huge destruction to businesses and indeed properties there. So I am aware of it, and we need urgent action. It just cannot be left any longer. Minister, a far greater degree of clarity is required around when the strategic programme of maintenance and removal of constrictions or pinch points on the bed of the River Shannon at the Callows region between Athlone and Meelick Weir will commence. The Minister for Public Expenditure and Reform confirmed to me that progression of these works will be subject to full environmental assessments and planning consent that are required before they can proceed. And I sincerely hope the environmental assessments aren't a cop-out. We have to make sure that this isn't a desktop review, but that there is consultation with farm owners, landowners and property owners about this, because very often the EU Habitat Directive is enforced in a very unbalanced way, and it is abused and misused. We don't need any excuses, we just need action and pragmatism and common sense enforced to ensure that measures are put in place. Minister, I have some specific questions arising from our motion that I would like to put to you this morning. I wish to seek clarity from you and a response to them, if you can give it to me in written form or this morning. Is conveyancing of the Shannon still going to take place as agreed in 2019? Was planning permission sought in respect of conveyancing of the Shannon, and could you please provide me with an update on that? Will work on 2 pinch points along the Shannon at Shannon Grove and Derry Homes be prioritised, because landowners are telling me that that's where the real problems are along the Shannon? I also want to ask you in relation to Mountmellick, will flood defences be put in place? I would like to know, we've heard about them, but when will they be put in place, and I would like an update on that. I just want to also commend many groups which have been very active on this issue, on the flooding issue, for years. One of the groups is the Save Our Shannon group based in West Offaly, and with members also in Athlone and Galway. They've done fantastic work in highlighting this whole issue, and we need to make sure that, out of fairness, that we're hearing what they're saying to us and that actions are taken here. And Minister, I would appeal to you to accept this motion and accept that we're listening to people on the ground, we're listening to the farmers, the property owners and the businesses who are appealing to us as political representatives to bring all of these items to your attention and all of the issues that we've raised in our motion to your attention. And we're appealing for you to take them on board. We will work constructively with you, but we do need to make sure that we have a commitment from yourself. And I would also ask, Minister, for a definite start date on work on the pinch points, particularly the 2 pinch points I mentioned earlier along the Shannon Grove and Derry Homes. We need definite commitments on those. And I just want to say also, Minister, that I acknowledge, and I want to be positive here this morning, I do acknowledge that the existing provision of €1 billion in the National Development Plan has been put forward to deal with flood relief issues. And it is an indication of some commitment. But again, we need to see action. I mean, people are disillusioned and people are disheartened, and it's very, very distressful for people, and it causes great upset when their homes are flooded, or their land is flooded, or their businesses that they've worked hard all their lives to build up are destroyed by floods. So let's make sure that we put an end to that, and that we put proper measures in place. And I believe the only way to do that is to accept what we're saying here in the Rural Independent Group in our motion. We are in touch with the people on the ground constantly, and I know you are yourself, Minister, but I'd ask you to embrace what we've set out there in that motion. Garv Magat.